Hello, everybody. Ah, I can hear myself. Why can I hear myself? Oh my god, no. Did you hear that? It was almost like the clarion call. It was like, hello. And then I heard myself echoed like 3 times going, hello, hello. It was like in Fantasia when like the T-Rex is coming and it goes like like that. Oh my god. Hey Hicks, how are you doing today? You were here for the start. I hope you're doing well. So did you come for Big Cock or did you come for Girth Brooks? I might as well turn off Beetlejuice here. Alright, here we are. Stressful day at work, but doing alright? Well, it's alright. That's what we're here for, is to... I had a long day at work as well, to be honest. Today and yesterday, so yeah, that's exactly why I'm streaming this evening, to unwind, have some fun, you know. Could you tell me, are the levels okay? Because the game sound looks like it might be a little bit too loud. I'm going to turn it down just a smidge. Because especially when we get into the battles, things will start getting a little bit more things will start getting a little bit more loud. It's a wee bit high, yeah. I turned it down a little bit. Is it okay now? Speak now, or well, not forever hold your peace, or speak then again whenever you feel like it. So yeah, we're here in step-aside, stow-on-side, step-on-side, stow-on-side, there we go. So, yeah, I'll monitor it and see what it's like when we have the battles, because especially when you go to Dynamax, just the levels go crazy. But so after I streamed the last time, do you remember I said I was going to maybe grind a little bit? Well, I decided to grind, but not in the traditional sense, right? So as you can see, all my Pokemon are still the same level they were, and the reason for that is because I didn't actually go grinding like to level them up. I actually had a great idea. Wait till you hear my fantastic idea, right? So I actually decided, you know what? Rather than Big Cock just staying in the computer because he's too big, because he's level 65, you know, I decided actually that would be a really good way to very quickly do max raid battles. So basically I did them offline and I went around to all of the easy 1 to 3 star max raid battles in the wild area with my Big Cock. Went to every hole I could find in the wild area and got him in there to cause some havoc. With the result that I was able to build up a load of like experience candies from extra small up to large. And Dynamax candies as well. So I decided that would be a really cool way to do like the leveling up. Because I decided that'd be a cool way to do the leveling up, because at least then I'd be able to do it on screen, if you know what I mean. So I'd like to see what like 5 of these do for Anakitten there. Oh, great. Up 1 level. Do you know what? Let's just yeet all of them there. Level 24. It's alright, these things grow exponentially. It's the medium ones are what I'm looking forward to here. Yeah, look, see, level 28. Fire Fang. Ooh, that could be good. Fire Fang is way better than Ember. Like, what I like about doing it this way is that at least I'm able to show you all of the leveling up on screen, you know, rather than it happening kind of like off screen and you not seeing like what kind of attacks they learn. Scary Face, we have talked enough about how I do not care for you. Now it's time for the Kingpin. 20 small experience candies to help him gain weight. Oh, we're almost there. Screech. I don't think I'm going to use it. I can't see myself go. Sand Tomb, I also don't want. We also didn't learn Sand Tomb. That was almost perfect. I'm getting them up to all about like level 30, 31. because that's pretty much where that's pretty much where they were when that's pretty much where like the Pokemon were on the previous route that I was fighting. So I'm hoping to get, yes, Myrtle gets up to level 31 and the wants to learn Aqua Tail. Okay, well that's good. Aqua Tail is a nice one instead of maybe Twister. Twister, talk about a two-way sister. Of something, the sibling synchronicity. What? Myrtle is evolving? Before I was done with her, her name was just Myrtle, and she was still alive. Like, sorry, but can we keep Myrtle as... I almost feel like keeping Myrtle as a Dragonair, just because Dragonair is so fucking beautiful. Like, as one of, like, the original 150 Pokemon, there's something so beautiful about Dragonair. Like, it's just so cute, that, like, cerulean blue color, the little wings on its head, the little baubles, the cute little horn. It's just such a beautiful Pokemon. Gathers powers in the orbs on its tail and controls the weather. It's so beautiful. I love Dragonair. So wow, we have like Myrtle evolved. See, this is why I wanted to do it like this, because it's so much more. This is so much more fun than just like This is so much more fun than just saying like, oh, by the way, off screen oh my god, I overdid it. I overdid it. Reversal might be useful. I don't know. In a pinch. I think it's worth going over Scary Face. I think anything is worth going over Scary Face, to be honest. Throat Chop. 80. Like, that seems like a good attack. Like, that's almost like you have like Big Meredith. Big Meredith, she's a bitch, she's a lover, she's a child, she's your mother. I think I'm going to go over Focus Energy because, like, I don't see it as being that useful. Like, Throat Chop, even though, like, the sound element of it is only, like, so useful, like, for all intents and purposes, you might as well have, for all intents and purposes, you might as well... Oh my god, Trunchbull is after getting too big as well! I've overdone it. Now the Trunchbull is too enormous to control. So, do you know what song came on? Bitch. I'm a bitch, I'm your lover, I'm a child, I'm your mother, I'm a sinner, I'm a saint, I do not feel ashamed. So, like, the best part of that song, again, is, like, the part, like, in the final chorus, when she just, like, goes for it, and she's like, you know you wouldn't want it any other way. It's just so good. It's just so good. I remember, so for some reason, right, like, when I was a child, I had this... So when I had my little portable CD player first, I think I need to start this story somewhere else, right? So when I was 13, I got my first portable CD player. Do you know, like, back in 2003, when having, like... When they used to, like, advertise them as having, like, 10 seconds anti-bump or whatever and, like, stuff like that, because it meant that you'd be able to... It meant that if you were jogging, that it wouldn't, like, disrupt the sound. Volt Switch is actually really handy. I'd totally go overcharge with that, since I'm never going to use it. You were visited by the Zodiac killer yourself. Like, so I had, like, my first CD player, right? Do you want to know what my first 2 CDs were? Oh my god, Baramu is too big now. I keep, like, teaching them stuff that's, like, too powerful for my own good. I keep using too many medium candies on them. Guard Swap? Fuck that. Reversal might be useful. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's more useful than anything we have right now. Do you know what? Fuck Reversal. Oh god, Baramu is evolving. This is like such like an eventful beginning to the stream. Anyone who joins after this is going to be like, what the hell has been happening here? So, let's put a pin in that other story for a second, right? Like, Dubwool, for the longest time, I swear I had almost finished the game, right? Dubwool, for the longest time, do you see like the two lower horns that are like protruding out and up underneath its head? I thought for the longest time that those weren't horns. I thought they were like, like wattles, like these like fleshy hangy bits that goats have on their faces sometimes. I totally thought that that's what they were, and when I finally saw one day that they were horns, I was like, what? Like, to this day, I think if you asked me to describe Dubwool, I would say that it has like these fleshy, wattly, hangy bits on its face like goats do. Okay, let's try using them one at a time, maybe, and see what happens there. Oh my god, they're worth like 3,000 experience each. Perfect, 30. Dirty 30. Oh my god, everything... I'm getting better, but they're still too powerful. Slam, one of the worst moves of all time. Okay, 29. I just want everything to be level 30, that's all. Super Nanny grew to level 30 and once... Icy Wind is good, but it's a special attack. I don't have any room in my life for that. High horsepower. Ooh, we love that whole horsepower. Hey, Fairy, how are you? I hope you're doing well and work is going okay. Why would we not go over Bulldoze with whole horsepower? Anyway, to continue my story about my first portable CD player, also Ixion is evolving. Just wait till you see this weird little rabbit donkey turn into a majestic steed. Just look at her, she's so beautiful, she's so chunky. Mudsdale. Could carry 10 tons across the Galar region. She looks like she's already carrying 10 tons if you ask me. Oh my god, our team is after becoming like so jacked all of a sudden. So wait a second, aren't we doing like the ghost gym next? Doesn't that mean we need all of our Pokemon that have like dark type attacks and stuff? Probably, right? Bring Anakitten. We'll bring Kingpin. And is Fairy good as well again? Oh no, because he'll have like poison type Pokemon as well. I'll bring you as well instead of Super Nanny. We saw enough of her the last day. Like, look at all these like big monstrous Pokemon we're entering into this battle with now. I'm also going to switch Kingpin up to the front because we need him. But yeah, the oh no, first we have like Hop who's like questioning his place in life. His place in the universe. You should give up. You should give up, go back home, and get a job as like a Deliveroo cyclist. Yeah, Lee doesn't care. Lee is off like being embroiled in a plot to destroy the world or something. He's gonna try out lots of different things on us. That's what teenage friends are for. Anyway, this will give me a chance to tell my story about my first portable CD player. My first portable CD player was a small little Alba CD player with a translucent green top, right? Like everything in the late 90s and early 2000s had this like we had just had a fetish for like translucent plastic. So the... Oh, well, that's not good. Well, 2 can play at that. I should have just dug. Do you know what? We can take it. Is that thing really going to do that much damage to us? So, and my first CD that I had was, like, obviously it was 2003. My first CD was, by the way, by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. and also A Rush of Blood to the Head by Coldplay. Those were the 2 CDs that I had. Oh god. So I used to listen to those CDs over and over again, right? I also, at the time, Silly Cobra. I also at the time had, let's bring out Merid, or Ixion. Also, that was kind of around the time when, and I think, I'm not sure about in Costa Rica, but I know that probably in the UK as well, all of the newspapers, let's say on a Sunday or randomly during the week, you could get like random CDs with them. So you'd randomly get a CD with the newspaper, and it could be like just some like a themed CD, like rock hits or like Sunday Drive or something like that, right? So one of the ones that I had one of these, like, oh, I turned off the animations as well. We're not seeing the animations. I need to turn them back on after this paltry battle with Hop. What was I saying again? Oh yeah, so like you get these CDs for free with the newspaper, and I had one of them that was, I can't even remember what it was called, but I can remember most of the songs that were on it. This isn't even the CD I wanted to talk about when I was talking about Bitch, by the way. But most of the songs that were on it I can remember. I remember that it had True Colors by Cyndi Lauper. It had Keep On Loving You by, is that Oreo Speedwagon, I think. And it had, what else did it have? It had like a couple of things. Anyway, that was one of the CDs I listened to all the time. But also, when I was 13, I bought this like double CD, which was called like, it was the kind of, like, when you think about it, like a 13-year-old buying this CD, it's kind of funny. But like, this is the kind of CD that like your parents would have in their car or something like that. Like, the kind of CD that your parents would have in their car. It was like a double CD called like Ultimate Power Ballads or something like that. And like, I used to listen to that CD all the time. Like, and I can remember which songs were on it. It had like Total Eclipse of the Heart. It had like, it had I'd Do Anything for Love, but I Won't Do That. It had Every Rose Has Its Thorn. It had, and one of the songs that it had on it was Bitch by Meredith Brooks or whatever. So yeah, that was like a song that I used to listen to all the time just because I had this greatest power ballads double album, compilation album, like something like your parents would have in their car or something. Speaking of like CDs your parents would have in your car, there was also this CD that I had that I used to listen to all the time, right? Because my parents used to have it in the car, and then we, yeah, exactly. It's like the kind of CD you'd get your dad for Father's Day. It's just funny. So there was this CD that my parents used to listen to in the car all the time, which was just this random compilation CD called Sounds of the 70s, right? And then I was so used to listening to it in the car that when I got my little CD player when I was 13 years old, I also started listening to that CD all the time on my portable CD player. And oh my god. Yeah, you're right. He doesn't have his priorities in order. Here's something for letting me watch your battle, Montel. What's she doing with like a picture of a little boy? Yeah, it is about having fun. Off you go waddle off now. Just shamble away into the distance. Anyway, this CD, Sounds of the 70s. There were so many songs on that CD that were on that CD that I just love now because I was listening to them so much, like when I was a child. And like one of them is Love Grows by Edison Lighthouse. I can even remember like the names of the artists was like Love Grows, right? which is that one that plays at the end of Shallow Hal, the one that's like, love grows where my rosemary goes, and nobody knows like me. It's a really good song. Like, I actually really like it. And I think, like, and part of the reason is probably because I was introduced to it at such a young age or whatever, listening to that Sounds of the 70s CD. Don't we go up here first? Because Bede is vandalizing, like, a priceless native piece of artwork or something? Is that not what we do first? But yeah, other songs that were on that I liked were Heart of Glass by Blondie. Imagine here I am, like, at 13, listening to, like, rocking out to Heart of Glass. And also, that song is, like, CD, that CD, Sounds of the 70s, I think is, like, singularly responsible for my enduring love of Kate Bush that started when I was just 13 years old and continues through to this day, because I'm such a fucking super fan, like an absolute ludicrous, absurd super fan. And on that CD was Wuthering Heights, and I remember being 13 and just being like, oh my god, this song is like one of the greatest songs of all time, and it is one of the greatest songs of all time. A heavy ball because of its weight. Fleetwood Mac, Half Asleep in the Back of the Car. Like, imagine, yeah, you're on a road trip and there you are, like, falling asleep, and all you hear is, don't stop thinking about tomorrow, don't stop, it'll be soon here. I don't know, there's something about, like, those CDs that your parents had in the car or something, that they leave, like, a lasting impression on you, you know? I'm trying to think what else was on that Sounds of the 70s, like, CD. I feel like there was also Dreadlock Holiday by 10cc. Do you know the one that's like, I don't like reggae, no, no, oh no, I love it, Dreadlock Holiday. Do you know that song? I feel like that was on it as well. Or maybe it was some other 10cc song. I feel like Hot Chocolate were on it as well. Queen's Greatest Hits. That's like another, like, that sounds like the exact CD, like back, like parents' car CD, Queen's Greatest Hits. My parents also had, like, lots of, like, random cassettes of various random songs recorded on them. Like, I remember, like, there are a couple of, like, random songs that I remember being on them. Like, for some reason, there was one cassette that they had that had that song, How Bizarre. Do you know that song that's like, how bizarre, every time I look around, every time I look around, it's in my face, how bizarre, how bizarre, how bizarre. Like, for some, like, well, of course it would have been like 1990 something or other, of course that song was on there because it was everywhere. And it also, there was also, like, there was definitely a cassette with, like, a fuck ton of James Taylor on it, like, and also they had a cassette of, out of, like, a Meatloaf cassette, so we listened to so much Meatloaf in the car, like, may the good Lord rest his soul. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, I can just crunch that pumpkin. Brain of Robert Palmer's addicted to the Mikey little faces, you're addicted to love. I'm trying to think, there's definitely, like, something like that I can... Stealth rock! Ooh, I'm kind of addicted to stealth rock, speaking of, like, addicted to love. I'm kind of addicted to stealth rock. But no, like, I can't go over any of this stuff. There's definitely, like, misheard song lyrics that I could think of if I tried hard enough. Are we doing just crunching everything? Is this the gym where we just use crunch on everything and destroy it? The thing is, like, crunch here, like, has extra power because I don't get, like, the defense lowering aspect of it, so it gets boosted by sheer force. By sheer weight. Trying to think what else was on that sound of the 70s. Oh, I know what was on it. Do you know that sound that's like, sometimes all I need is the air that I breathe and to love you. I feel like that was on it. Or was it? Maybe it was another song that I'm thinking of that was on there. No, do you know what was on there? That song that's like, I would give everything I own. Give up my life, my heart, my home. That song was on there as well. Pumpkaboo and Phantom. They are very adorable. They're really, really adorable little Pokemon. What else was on that sound? Now I'm just like stuck on stupid trying to think what was on like the Sound of the 70s album. No, this isn't where I wanted to go at all. This is like some sort of like Mario Party game or something. They definitely had like some Eric Clapton like cassette as well. Because I remember hearing like Eric Clapton like a lot in my parents' car. Like I remember hearing like I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. And I remember hearing like Eric Clapton singing "Knocking on Heaven's Door" randomly. I remember hearing what else? Oh my god, Galarian I almost called him Galarian Coleslaw. Galarian Coleslaw. Oh my god. Galarian Coleslaw. Trying to think. No, my crunch was disabled. How dare you? Well, I'll just Thunder Fang you instead. Don't you hex me. The Coleslaw took out the Kingpin. How dare you? I'm gonna get my payback. I bet the Kingpin fucking loves Coleslaw. Can you just imagine? She looks like... Do you know what these trainers look like? These old trainers? Hey, Empolo, how are you? Galarian Coleslaw. I love Galarian Coleslaw. I read it as Coleslaw again. It's Corsola. Galarian Coleslaw. Sorry, that's just too funny. Okay, wait a second, I need to concentrate on this like topsy-turvy crap. Oh my god. I was just gonna say, like, there was like these like old farts of trainers, these old ladies. They just look like some like old lady that appear on Cash in the Attic or something. Cash in the Attic. Like this is like some old guy as well where he's like, well, we're trying to save up some money for a new conservatory and we were cleaning out the attic and we found my grandfather's old irreplaceable war medals. So we decided we'd see if we could get a bit of money for them so we could have a new conservatory. It's like, what the hell? All these people are selling like these priceless family goods and then they're asked like, what do you want to do with the money? And it's always some bullshit like they're like, well, we want a new conservatory, or we want like, or I want to be able to send my grandkids on an holiday. It's like, you can let your own fucking grandkids pay for the fucking holiday. What the fuck are you? You know, you're there like selling all your crap, your cash in the attic, getting cash in the attic, just so that you can send like these yeah, like these, so just so you can send these like worthless kids of yours on a holiday to Tenerife or some shit. It's like, what the hell? It always pisses me off. Do you know what else pisses me off? what pisses me off is when you see people going on like the Antiques Roadshow, and they're like, well, my grandfather always told me that it was that it was like a Queen Anne chair or something like that. Well, we weren't really sure, so we said we'd bring it on here then and see what it is. And then, like, the expert is like, well, it looks like a Queen Anne chair, but it's actually, I regret to inform you, just a little newer. It's made in the style of a Queen Anne chair. Now, these were quite common back in the 1920s or whatever, when this stuff was in fashion again. So, given that, I would say it's worth about maybe £700. And then you can tell that they're really fucking disappointed. That pisses me off. They're there like, oh, okay, well, at least it's worth something then. I'm like, fuck off. You've had this chair just sitting around your house doing nothing. You didn't even buy it. Your grandfather got it at some stage, like 50, 60 years ago. And here you are, just because it's only worth £700 and not like £7,000 or something like you envisage, you greedy fuck. You're there like being all pissy about it. It drives me crazy. It like, I just can't stand it. It's so annoying. Not like those kings that are on like not like those kings that are on the Antiques Roadshow where like the best people are the ones where it's like where the expert is like, oh well, I'd say it's worth about 12 or 13,000 pounds at auction on the right day. And they're like, oh my god, what? And then they're still like, but you know what? We wouldn't sell it. It's staying in the family. I want other people to enjoy it as well, just like we did. And I'm like, yes, that's what it's all about, you know? Stick it to them. Yeah, like it was always like really nice things. I don't know, like you see like these annoying people. These annoying people that are on these programs. The cash in the attic crap drives me crazy. Because as I said, it's always like some stupid shit that they're planning to spend the money on. It's always like, well, we wanted to get the garden done. It's like, what the fuck? You wanted to get the garden done and you're going to sell this really nice thing that you have? Just to like... Were they on the Antiques Roadshow? Really? Oh my god, that's so amazing. Yes, I am here to challenge your gym. Like, this is the gym with the broadest age demographic in Galar, because like all of the trainers here are all about like 70, and then the gym leader is like about 7. Like like he's skewing the statistics. Yeah, like I think that's the thing. Like the reason normal people go on the Antiques Roadshow is because they love this thing. They don't really know anything about it, you know, and they just want to find out like what the they want to find out they want some more information about it, you know. That's why normal people go on the Antiques Roadshow. They don't go on there because they're like, I don't know, doing some crap. Oh, do I? When did that happen? When did I get SD streaming options? I didn't do that on purpose, but I'll still take the credit for it. It's obviously just something that happened. Also, Hazel. Oh god. You missed like 2 really fun discussions. So topic number 1 today was the CDs your parents had in the car when you were a child. Actually, yeah, and Polo, you didn't weigh in on that one yet either. What were your parents' car CDs when you were growing up? I was talking about like the Sounds of the 70s CD that I had. Trying to think, like, now I'm just, like, stuck trying to think of, like, what was on that, I'm trying to think of, like, that Sound of the 70s thing. He's actually an old soul in a boy's body. Yeah, he's Detective Conan. Or he's like that one doctor in Doro Hedoro. By the way, speaking of like Dorohedoro, and this will be spoiler free, don't worry, there'll be no Dorohedoro spoilers here. I would not dare spoil such a brilliant piece of art. But also I need to turn down the volume a little bit here because we're going Dynamaxing. Wait a second, who are we leading with here, by the way? I think we should probably just lead with Boomer the dog. So while I was on holidays, while on the holiday, I actually read the entirety of the rest of Dorohedoro, like all of it. Like I read it in its entirety, and I was not disappointed. I love everything about it. The way its story is constructed, the way the characters are. The way there's no kind of like clear definition of good or evil, you know, it's kind of it's so good. But yeah. Okay, here we have early 90s country. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to think like the early 90s country, what would we be thinking of there? What, like way up high on the what's that song again? On the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. Oh my god. Yeah, Litton's name is Anakitten. Wait a second, your parents had like Chattahoochee. Oh my god. The Chattahoochee. I mean, that song is just so dumb because it rhymes like hoochie coochie with Chattahoochee. It rhymes hoochie coochie with hoochie. It's oh, Girth Brooks or Reba McEntire. Do you remember Reba McEntire had like her own show then? Do you remember that? Like Reba, there was like a whole like I don't know, like a drama or whatever. It was like Everyone Loves Raymond, like a light comedy with drama elements or whatever, with Reba McEntire in it called Reba. Like what the hell? Also, Austin, I registered that your parents had like Puddle of Mud CDs in the car, which I'm like, what the hell? That's kind of cool. Reba, kind of a baddie. So if I think of like, okay, so now we're getting in some really fun like discussions today, like some really fun conversations. So now did you say like what you watched after school? Like when I think of like what I watched after school, again, like a lot of my clearest memories come from when like a lot of my like clearest memories come from like the age of like 13 to 15, 16, I would say, maybe, or like maybe 11, 12, 13, kind of, you know, that kind of age, right? Because that was when oh, we need to switch here because do we have anything that's good against this bitch? We're gonna send out the Kingpin. Approximately 2% of my body weight is fat. Allow me to show you what 350 pounds of muscle is capable of. But yeah, like most of my memories come from that age of like 11, 12, 13, 14. Because you lowered my attack, you little bitch. Yeah, there's the disguise. But yeah, what I used to end up watching in the afternoon at that age was because like my younger brother had just been born back then, so I was maybe in at that age group, and I used to go with him to the same childminder then after school because my parents were working, right? So I used to watch what she was watching, and what she was watching every evening, right? This was my watching every single evening was The Bill, right? The Bill, and Weakest Link. That's what I used to watch in the evening after school. In the afternoon after school, I used to watch The Bill and The Weakest Link. And Judge Judy. So I think I could have had it a lot worse, to be honest. Like, the Bill theme tune is just ingrained into my mind. It's kind of a banger as well when you think about it. Like, the theme tune to the Bill, it's like hey Conan. Like, just the ending of the Bill, and it was like the old episodes as well, so the end of the Bill, the end credits, you just used to see like these two sets of legs walking while like the Bill theme tune played in the background. You just see like these two sets of legs walking away while the Bill theme plays. Yeah, and The Weakest Link as well, we just used to watch all the time. And then, like, oh, here's the Gengar. What are we going to use again? I think we should send out Ixion and use the whole horsepower. And Judge Judy as well, which I was not mad at. I love Judge Judy. So yeah, I used to watch like all this old lady television when I was that age, because that's what my brother's childminder used to watch. We're going to use the Max Quake. Yeah, whole horsepower. Oingo whole horse. What is it again? Oingo whole horse brothers. Takeshi's Castle, another classic. Oh my god. Narrated by Craig Charles, otherwise known as Craig Charles, who was in Red Dwarf, otherwise known as Craig Charles, presenter of fucking Robot Wars, otherwise known as Craig Charles, who was who was in Coronation Street then, randomly, wasn't he? I think. Bye, Gengar. Bye, Felicia. I think it was, anyway, who did, like... It totally was Craig Charles, wasn't it? Like, he has a really distinctive, like, Liverpool accent. Like, there's not that many people that would sound like him who you'd hear, like, presenting Takeshi's Castle. It totally was! You're getting an education today. You're getting an education today. You learned the Bill theme tune. And the Bill theme tune, another thing about it, like, another thing about the Bill theme tune is that it does that thing where it, like, goes up a key for, like, the final part of it. So it starts out at, like, like that. It's like didn't June Ackland, like June Ackland, I feel like everyone should know who June Ackland is. Didn't, like, June Ackland from the Bill, like, show up in Emmerdale as well? I feel like all of these people are just all in everything. Like, who's Jack Branning in EastEnders was also in the Bill. Speaking of, your one who's fucking Denise in EastEnders is also in the Bill. I never saw Casualty. I think Casualty was, like, I never saw it. Or Holby City or any of those things. Do you want to know what my dad used to watch? Actually, like, my dad used to watch during the day before going to work. He used to watch fucking Shortland Street. Do you know the New Zealand, like, semi-soap opera about a hospital? And I can still remember the song to it as well. The song for like Shortland Street was kind of class as well. It was like, is it you or is it me? Something something lost at sea. Da, 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 da. If you're looking for a chance or a dream, Shortland Street. Like, like what the hell? Like, oh my god, wait a second. I need to find out, speaking of like legendary like opening theme songs, I need to know if anyone in the chat remembers Round the Twist. Does anyone remember Round the Twist? You have to. Tell me, did you ever feel like this? Da da da. Or are you going round a twist? Does anybody remember Round the Twist? Otherwise known as the most bizarre children's live-action children's program in history. The most bizarre live-action children's program in all history. Also, like the best. Speaking of like the best theme tune in all history, this is it right here. That's the one. Yeah, nah. They live in Australia. They're in Australia because they were based on these books by they were basically made by the same guy, Paul Jennings, who did like those like bizarre children's books like Uncanny and Unbelievable and all of those kind of ones. They live in a lighthouse. And like I'll just like recount some of the weird things that happen in that show. There's like one episode where like this boy starts growing like fingernails all over his arms, and then it like turns out at the end that the reason he was growing like fingernails all over his arms was because they were actually scales, because his father had a relationship with a mermaid, so he was like half man, half mermaid, and then he like returns to the sea at the end. It was like the most strange program. It was just bizarre. You have to look it up. You have to look up Round the Twist if you can't remember it. Oh no, I know the one that you're talking about, because that was an Irish one. Oh, what was that one again? Fuck. I know exactly the one you're talking about, but I can't remember what it was called. Before that did... Yeah, it was, yeah. Round the Twist is just bizarre. Tell me, did you ever feel like this? I can't remember what it was called either. There was like a couple of those like random programs that used to be on in the afternoon. Like Bernard's Watch was another one that used to be on with this like kid who had a stopwatch that could stop time. There was also like Echo Island. Echo Island was just like a random Irish like children's program. I think Echo Island was like Ireland's attempt at something that was like similar to Blue Peter or something like that, I think. Bernard's Watch was class. Here's our boy Peter Parker's here. Now the party can really begin. Which is like Sonic the Hedgehog villain theme tune. Bede, do you maybe want to stop that? You're destroying like a priceless piece of Galarian heritage. I'm gonna save the statues, I'm gonna save the suburbs, the best is yet to come. Oh my god, the music! The beat is real. Sorry, I'm just being quiet to enjoy the music. Yeah, yeah. Heavy slam? Who wants to learn heavy slam? Because of our weight. That could be good, you know? I feel like that's probably more useful to us than payback. Did anyone else, like, read those books when, Did anyone else read those books when they were in school? They were totally the kind of book you'd find in, like, the school library. Yeah, that's just a little girl. They were, like, by that guy, Paul Jennings, that wrote the stories for, like, Round the Twist. And they were all, like, these really bizarre, strange stories. I thought of this recently again, actually, last week, because I had tonsillitis, right? And I remembered that... Oh, we don't know a steel attack. That's not good. Oh, it's time to use the heavy slam because of our weight. I wanted to gain weight. Yeah, I think so too. What was I saying? Oh no, you're not a fairy type yet because you're only the first one. Anyway, let's see how the heavy slam does. My horse is bigger than your horse. My horse is bigger than your horse. But, like, I only thought about this recently because I had tonsillitis last week. Actually, today is the first day that my throat isn't really sore, so it's finally better. I still am, like, coughing every now and then, but it's alright. It's not as bad as, like, as it was before. But anyway, I had tonsillitis, and, like, these books by this guy, they were all, like, I really loved them. I really liked getting them out of the library to read, because the stories were just, like, really strange. They were just these really bizarre stories. And, like, one of them was called Tonsil-I-Tiz, right? Like, actually, like, Tonsil-I-Tiz, right? And what the story was about this boy. I can't remember how it happened, but he ended up, like, getting a face in his mouth. Like, he ended up, like, getting, like, a small, like, face inside in his mouth. And then, like, an eye grew on his finger or something. And then an eye grew on his finger that he could see with. And then I think, like, an eye grew on his tonsils as well. So that's why he was, like, tonsillitis or something. It was just, like, strange. I don't know. They were really fun books. I only thought about them again last week. That's probably how I was, like, able to remember Round the Twist as well. He's using you, Bede. Wake up and smell the coffee. Oh, here she is. Speaking of, like, Shallow Hal. It's Gwyneth Paltrow. Oh my god. Did everyone see that there's like a Did everyone see that there's like a that there's a documentary called Katie Price's Mucky Mansion? Mucky Mansion? Sorry, it just sounds fun to say. Does anyone see? There's a documentary called Katie Price's Mucky Mansion where, like, Katie Price is renovating her shithole of a house. Like, this is the most bizarre thing, right? So everyone knows who Katie Price is. Basically, Peter and Jordan, right? Peter, Andre, and Jordan, or Peter, Andre, and Katie Price. Her house, she has this mansion that she shared with Peter Andre, But now at this stage, it's all like dilapidated. It's all like fallen to shit. It's been like vandalized. It's basically fallen into disrepair, like utter disrepair. And now there's like a documentary, like a 3-part documentary on Channel 4 called Katie Price's Mucky Mansion, where she, it's like Mad Monster Mansion, called Katie Price's Mucky Mansion, where she's renovating it and doing it up, right? And there's something kind of cool about this, but also kind of like strange about this. I've heard, now I haven't watched it yet, or I haven't got to that part yet anyway, but like, her mother, right, is unfortunately very unwell. Her mother is terminally ill, right, which is sad, obviously, you know, there's nothing funny about that. But, like, apparently in, like, one of the episodes, she renovates one of the rooms in the mansion into, get this, like, a room specifically for her to feel at peace in after the death of her mother, right? After the inevitable death of her mother at some point in the future, whenever it is, right? And I just think, like, there's something, like, kind of cool about that. But there's something kind of healthy about that, I guess, you know? Like, but there's also something, like, a little bit strange about it. And, like, then when I was reading about it, what the article was saying was that, like, her mother was very touched by seeing this room. I'm like, what a strange, like, perspective to take on it. I don't know. Anyway, that's Katie Price's Mucky Mansion. I watched half of that documentary, The Man with a Penis on His Arm. So I can report some details on it if you're interested. Peter Barker did not win the battle, but he does win our hearts. Is she in Northern Ireland tomorrow? What's she doing? Is she talking about her mucky mansion? Is she in Northern Ireland to publicise her mucky mansion? Oh, I love this music! There was also, she had like another show before, like a reality show, Katie Price's Pony Club, I think, where it was like about like her and her horses, like her like her horse school or something. Her makeup line, okay. It's no wonder she's able to plaster a wall or two. She fucks her makeup on like fucking like polyfilla as well. It's Sif and Jif. Do you remember when Jif changed its name to Sif? Like Jif as in the cleaning cream. Like the stuff, the all-purpose like surface cleaner. Do you remember like the controversy of Jif changing its name to Sif? It's almost like the controversy of like Imac changing its name to Veet. No, maybe you don't have Jif over there. Conan, surely you know what Jif is. Or Sif. I don't think we have Jif peanut butter over here. Don't worry, she'll take all the credit for it when she writes her thesis or whatever. Yeah, it used to be called Jif once upon a time. Almost like how Starburst used to be called Opal Fruits. Okay, so now we're on another topic. Things that are called something else now compared to what they used to be called. Like Imac, do you know what Imac is? Does anyone remember what Imac is? Imac, anyone? Can I get some Imac? Like IMMAC, IMAC. Another one of those words where if you think too long about it, it just seems like it doesn't make sense. So I think now what I want to do actually before we move on to the the Wistful Wood or whatever. Nope. IMAC is like what's the proper term for it? IMAC is like is it depilatory cream? Is that the official term for that stuff? Depilatory or depilatory cream? Hair removal cream. Let's just call it that. Hair removal cream. Oh my god, Grampian. Is that like Grampian is like the like Nair, yeah. Grampian is like the equivalent of oh, what used to be called as well. I think Grampian is the Scottish one, isn't it? But like that was like Grampian was like the equivalent of oh my god, what's the one that became like ITV then ITV later as well, but it used to be called something else. The studio is still called that though. Oh, what's the name of it? That's gonna drive me crazy now. Granada! That's it, thank you. Makers of Coronation Street. But yeah, IMAC became like known as Veet then at one point. Granada Studios. No, I am not here to learn about the King of Bountiful Harvest. Do you want to know what I'm here for, actually? I decided I might as well, like, come here and go and look for herbs over in the grass over here. Just in case I find one that's useful for changing the nature of something. I am not doing this, because this DLC's story pisses me right off. It really does. Like, it pisses me right off. Yeah, that's like how, what was it called here? When it was, Hibernian. So Norwich Union was called Hibernian over here, and then it got changed to Aviva. You're safe in the hands of Aviva. But it was before that, it was, you're safe in the hands of Hibernian. There was also, like, as I say, like, Opal Fruits changed their name to Starburst. I'm trying to think of, like, what else is there that changed its name in my living memory. That's my sash, and those are my pearls. I did not have sexual relations with that fishing rod. I did not have sexual relations with that Nidorino. I did not have sexual relations with that fishing rod. I did not have sexual relations with that Nidorino. Energy root. I'm looking for, like, I just decided that I might as well come here and see if there were any of those. Joe, you can find the mint. The nature-changing mint, like, randomly out here in this area. And I think there's, like, a new one every single day. So I figured I might as well just, like, come here and see if there's anything interesting that I can find. And if it's one that makes a nature better of a Pokemon that we have at the moment, then more power to us. Yep, Starburst, it used to be called Opal, like the opal, like the gemstone, like we are the crystal gems. Make opal, make opal. It used to be called Starburst, or no, it used to be called Opal Fruits instead of Starburst. Now, where's my mint at? Careful, mint! Special defense will grow more easily, but special attack will grow more slowly. That is like such like a Not worth it, mint. Not bad, but not good. Oh, wow, I didn't. No, no! I can't look at it. I can't look at it. I can't look at it. Get it away from me. Get it away. Get it away. You're not Timothy Chalamet. I got away safely. Oh my god. Can you only find one of those mints here every day? I have a feeling like they're like a one-a-day deal. Does anybody with more knowledge than me know whether you can find like more than one mint a day here in this area of the game? I can't remember. We're gonna find some other interesting stuff though while we're at it. We're just getting them in case they're interesting. We're just getting them. We're getting them because I can't like maintain like a train of thought is why. I might give like the big root to Rat Bastard since he has like that parabolic charge. No Conkeldurr emote, not allowed. I don't want to see that thing's like horrific countenance appear in my chat. Conan, what was that like thing that you did where you wrote like something and then a weird hammer appeared? Was it when you wrote bop in all capital letters or something and then like a weird hammer appeared or something? I remember you were quite taken aback by it. Oh my god, no! There it is, like, no, an elephant! No! That was it, yeah. It's like King DDD's hammer or something. Yeah, because I remember now when it happened, I started talking about how, when it happened, I started talking about how I watched on, like, how this person, like, was streaming on Reddit. They were, like, crafting a cosplay, like a King DDD's hammer for cosplay or something. Alright, I think we're pretty much about done here. We're just about done here. We'll just wander around for a while and not do anything. When do we ever do anything different, you know? So was that like gym number 4? Are we legit onto like gym number... We're halfway through our gym challenge already. Can you believe it? That's crazy. One thing that I remembered actually is that we off screen when I like was doing the max raid battles and I got all these experience candies that I used to level up my team up to like level 30 something. I got like loads of these TORs as well. Like, look at all this good stuff that I have. Superpower. Superpower could be good. Reversal, we have already. Nasty Plot. Darkest Lariat, we're going to learn that already. Earth Power, well, that's a special attack. Power Gem, Agility, Psychic. Is it just me, or do I, like, have is every single one of my Pokemon a physical attacker? Like, unfortunately. Ooh, I need to teach this. Because doesn't Meredith have that ability that makes, like, attacks with recoil damage more powerful? Doesn't it? That's worse going over reversal for, sorry. Yeah, Shield has all the best gym leaders. We have Alistair instead of like Rock Girl, and we have Felony Melanie instead of that other bitch. Psychic Fangs. That's a really interesting proposition for Boomer the dog, actually. Is Psychic Fangs affected by sheer force for Kingpin? Like, do we get the boost in power at the expense of the light screen and reflect destruction? TRs are single use and TMs are infinite use, is the difference between them. Can someone get me some intel on whether Psychic Fangs benefits from sheer force? I presume Zen Headbutt does. While that same person is looking up whether Psychic Fangs benefits from sheer force, maybe they can also look up if... Oh no, well, Zen Headbutt, we can't even teach it. Okay, well, strike that. Ooh! That might be nice. Leech Life? Leech Life on Anakitten? That might be really, really nice. Bulk Up. Heavy Slam. Psyshock. Sleep Talk. I got all the... Ooh, that might be good, actually. Body Press for Kingpin, because it uses Psychic Fangs unaffected. Okay, thanks Hicks, thanks Conan. That's not good. Body Press might be really good, since it's affected by defense instead of attack. That might be really nice. I'll keep it for now. Venushot. Okay, now we're back up to where we were. I think I'll definitely teach Leech Life to Anakitten. There's something like really cool about the idea of that, like having access to like a really nice strong bug type attack, as well as one that lets me heal. That's really interesting that the Litten line can even learn that. That's so cool. I guess it's because we just bite them. Is it? I imagine. I'm gonna teach Psychic Fangs to I'm gonna teach Psychic Fangs to Boomer the dog. Totally. Oh my god, but what do I go over? We have so many good attacks. I feel like I might as well go over extreme speed. Going fast is not worth it. Like, Boomer the dog is just like a crazy attacker with really good type coverage. Like, the type coverage this Pokemon has now is absolutely insane. And still, wait a second, why doesn't Kingpin know a steel type attack? That's BS. Yeah, they changed the Gen 7 or 6, I can't remember. But it's like one of the greatest things that ever happened. Leech Life used to be such a piece of shit. And now it's like one of the greatest bug attacks in existence. It's so good. Why does Kingpin not know a steel type attack? Automatize. I knew you'd love the hiker. Does anyone remember, like, the hiker, like, in... It'll learn... When it levels up? Okay, cool. Iron Tail would be cool. Because Iron Tail would also... And do we learn Iron Head as well? I think like both Iron Head and Iron Tail would benefit from sheer force as well, which is cool. That's what I want, is all the attacks that benefit from sheer force. The one thing about Iron Tail I don't like is its accuracy. Kingpin doesn't steal. Kingpin is just an influential businessman. I even acquired a new name. Fat. I was lonely, ostracized, because of my weight. Let's try out the... I never turned on the animations. I forgot. I forgot to turn the animations back on. Boomer the dog fell in love. I have no time for that. We'll bring out Meredith here. You mess with the bull, you get the horns. I'm just like realizing with horror that I think every single one of my Pokemon is a physical attacker. Like I'm going through it in my mind. I think like every single one of my Pokemon is a physical attacker. Like all 12 of them. Meredith is a bitch, she's a lover. You know I wouldn't want it any other way. Come on, Anna Kitten. From my point of view, Zodiac is evil. We'll try this Leech Life. That's not bad. We'll try this Fire Fang. Ooh, that's nice. You've never seen Tara Cat? You've only ever seen Incineroar. Not yet an Infernape. Not a Litten. Not yet an Incineroar. Is it just me, or is like not a girl, not yet a woman one of those annoying songs on the face of the earth? There's just something so crap about it. Like one of like the worst Britney Spears songs of all time. Like when you compare it to like things like she's so lucky, doo doo doo. She's a star, but she cries, cries, cries with her broken heart. Ooh, speaking of, oh well, Conan, you're not going to see it for Anna Kitten in this form for much longer. He's going to gain weight. Muscular cat, Anna Kitten evolved into Incineroar. He's more machine than man now, twisted and evil. We're going to learn Darkest Lariat. Young girl sure was, yeah. So now we have Big Pussy and Big Cock. How many more big genitalia are we going to... big genitalia are we going to have on this team? Oh my god. I like Litten. So I like Litten as a Pokemon, but I'm not the biggest fan of Incineroar normally. Oh, it's so adorable. Funnily enough, I'm not a Rowlet person. I'm not like a Rowlet, whatever the middle one is, Decidueye person. I was definitely a Poplio boy. Poplio Brion Poplio Brion and Primarina. You'd have to be a daredevil to dare to challenge me. Oh, well, this will be really hard. I say that, and then they'll probably, like, kick my ass. Primarina is class. I don't like Samurott. Now, it's not that I don't like Samurott. I just think that, like, as an evolution to Oshawott, it's so annoying. Like, that's my feeling about... That's my feeling about, like, about Samurott, really, I guess. Is that, like, as an evolution to... As an evolution to Oshawott, I'm just like, oh no, why? You were such a cute little otter, and then you were with Gewott you were another cute samurai otter, and then you just turn into like a wet dog, like that's all I think of when I see Samurott. I think of like wet dog smell. Wet dog smell. That's all it is. Wet dog smell. Also, please somebody remind me to turn back on the battle animations. That's what it is. It's wet dog smell. Everyone's leveling up, Jesus. And unlike Typhlosion and Decidueye, like Samurott again got the raw deal in Age of Arceus as well. Got the raw deal in Age of Arceus as well. It's a little cooler, but still, like, it's still wet dog smell. It's still wet dog smell. I feel like Generation 3 was, like, the first generation where, like, the starters, like, where I wasn't, like, the biggest fan of the starters. I like Mudkip and I like Torchic, but I don't like the final evolutions of them. I don't like Sceptile with its big bushy Christmas tree tail. I don't really like Blaziken. I think like Swampert is another travesty. Swampert is the same. It commits the same war crime as Samurott, in that it's like it starts as this really cute Pokemon, it becomes like a slightly larger cute Pokemon, and then it turns into this ugly thing. Like, that's the problem. I feel like we need to. I feel like these other Pokemon we have are falling behind here. What are we going to use against the Fairy Gym again? Steel. Oh yeah, our Steel Pokemon that doesn't know a Steel attack. That's what we'll use. Meredith, get out of there. You are getting way too strong. We need to get Gert Brooks back here swinging that branch. And we need to get Super Nanny back in as well. I feel like I should keep the others just because they're going to be useful. Well, let's see if Super Nanny and Dragonair for the Fairy Gym makes sense. Sounds like a plan. Let's see if they can learn any of these attacks that might be useful. Super Nanny can learn Super Power. That makes sense to me. Is it, like, worth teaching Kingpin Heavy Slam just for the sake of, like, having a Steel attack here in this gym? I wonder. I'll teach him Heavy Slam because of his weight. I think I totally should. Even if I end up going over it with Iron Tail or with like with Ironhead, I think it would be like such like a travesty not to teach the Kingpin Heavy Slam, because how else are we going to show anybody what 350 pounds of muscle is capable of? But what do we go over? I think we just straight up go over Dig. Also, we should, like, use these Dynamax candies. I have, like, these Dynamax candies burning a hole in my pocket. And the other hand is playing a piano. Where are they? Here. Here we go. Also, should I, like, do, Do you know what I feel like I should do as well? I feel like I should go... Maybe I'll do that, actually. That's a good idea. Yeah, we can always replace Heavy Slam. I just had, like, a great idea. Like, we should go to the Isle of Armor. And, we should go to the Isle of Armor and we should actually do, like, the quest up until we get the Gigantamax soup. So that we can give it to Girth Brooks. Because we haven't got that yet. Also, you never know what we're going to find out here. We should at least do the start of it, just until we get to the point where we get the soup. We don't have to do the whole lot. But at least if we get the... Because what's the, we want to be able to have, like, Girth Brooks, when he's fully evolved, be able to use the Gigantamax form, not just the Dynamax form. Here's Avery, and here's me. This is the problem with, like, abilities like Sheer Force, though. Is I feel like with, like, abilities like Sheer Force, they almost make you, like, really, like, focus so much on every attack getting the advantage of the ability that, like, that you feel like crap if you're not doing it. Like, when you think about it, if I had Rockhead instead, then, like, if I had Rockhead instead of Sheer Force, then I wouldn't, like... Then all four of my attacks also wouldn't be like recoil attacks. I'd have like something like Head Smash and Double Edge, and that'd be it, you know. But like, just because I have Sheer Force and there's more to choose from, like, every attack needs to be able to take advantage of Sheer Force, you know. Like, I should be thinking of it differently. Like, technically, like, Heavy Slam might be really powerful. Like, just because, like, Steelix is so heavy. No, it doesn't. It doesn't negate recoil. But what I'm saying is that, like, I'm like, oh, I need to have something that has, like, a secondary effect. So Earthquake could be a waste of a space because it doesn't have a secondary effect, you know? Which is just bullshit. It's enough to have, like, one or two to take advantage of it, you know? Like, I'll probably end up keeping Thunder Fang or Ice Fang or something. Plus, just the fact that, like, you can look at it another way as well. Like, normally you'd think Ironhead, because it has 80 power, isn't that great. But the fact that Ironhead now will get, like, an attack boost means it's pretty much as good as Iron Tail, but with 100% accuracy. Either that or you go for Iron Tail and it's just extremely powerful, you know? I did teach him Heavy Slam because of his weight, don't you worry. That's the sole reason. Also, Poliwrath, I love you. I love Poliwrath. Who's this little Poindexter? Oh yeah, you have the Cram-O-Matic or whatever. I've still got that Bill theme tune stuck in my head, by the way. Yeah. Sorry if I'm like skipping past the story, but it's like we've let's played this already. If you want like the full like comprehensive Pokemon Shield experience and watch the let's play, like the reason why we're doing this is because we want to have like want to have like the we want to like do the Zodiac run. Did anybody else like watch Jackie Chan Adventures? I'm sorry, but I get like uncle vibes from Dojo Master Mustard. I didn't turn on the animations again, I forgot. See, here's where Psychic Fangs is handy. If I didn't get faked out by this little shit. This little like Marsupilami or whatever. Jackie Chan Adventures just, I think, like the epitome of like early 2000s like after school cartoonage, I think. It's so good. And do you remember like Jackie Chan himself used to appear at the end of the show to share his thought of the day or something? Like Jackie's advice at the end of the day. There was quite that show. There was like quite a few seasons of it, because I remember there was like the season with there was obviously like the season where they were like finding the amulets or whatever, and there was also the season where then those amulets were broken, so then the spirits of the amulets went into like 12 animals that used to. Like 12 animals that were like worthy of being those like Zodiac amulets or whatever. Also, get this, Shaolin Showdown. Was anyone a watcher of Shaolin Showdown? Shaolin Showdown was a show. Like that was a really cool one. I liked how like the characters developed over time as well. Well, at least some of them, not all of them. Shaolin Showdown was class. You had Omi, you had Raimundo, you had Kimiko, Clay, you had that dragon. You had Jack Spicer and Wooya the purple ghost. I don't want to wear this crap. I don't want to look like all you dweebs. I want to wear my own fashionable clothes. There's a new one? I didn't know there was a new one. Oh my god. This takes so long. It's still not as bad as the Crown Tundra. Like I was saying it earlier, the Crown Tundra has like the worst story of all time. It's so annoying. Oh, these are like the fastest slowpoke in the West. They're like, Sail Cat, Sail Cat. There are children here because they're part of the super soldier program. They're learning how to be like martial arts killing machines. They start them at a young age on the Isle of Armor. Can I change back into my normal clothes again, please? Yes, thank you. I don't want to wear this get-up. The one thing about like Shaolin Showdown, like, is it really was like Omi and Raimundo were the only two characters that really got like proper like well-rounded characters compared to the other two. Which was like they were the only ones that were really, I suppose, kind of flawed, I guess, and that had like a personality. Like everyone else was kind of just like meh. Jack Spicer was a cool character. As like a villain, you know. I really like that kind of like dorky, incompetent villain archetype that you have. Let's see if there's anything interesting we can find over here. Nothing up our sleeve. No, apparently not. Oh, there's an item up here. A Galarica twig. Nope, there will be no slow bros in this Let's Play, unfortunately. Trying to think what was the other like at that time of night, at that time of year, localized entirely within your kitchen. Trying to think what was like the other. What other, like, stuff there was. Hello, Quagsire. Oh my god, there's a giant Meredith chasing me. There was another villain, there was like a couple of other villains that they introduced later on, and I kind of thought that that's what was kind of cool about it, is that even though Jack Spicer is kind of like the antagonist, you couldn't really call like, you couldn't really call Jack Spicer a villain, you know? Like, he's not a villain, he's an antagonist, but he's not a villain. Like, I don't think he's evil, you know? He's just a dweeb, you know? But they introduced, wasn't there, that guy was a Chase Long, I think? The guy who was like a dragon boy or something? Not to be confused with Jake Long. Oh, so Conan, you're a Joey Wheeler boy. I totally would have thought you'd be into that, into the guys with the guy with the big hair. My hair is telling me that attention duelists, my hair is telling me to report over there or whatever. Do you like him in the dog costume? Is that it? Do you like... Bandit Keith. There's also Bandit Keith. I haven't like watched any more of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Like original like with English subtitles yet. I was watching it quite a while before, but I haven't watched any more of it yet. What? What do you mean you've never seen Joey Wheeler in a dog costume? That's iconic. That's an iconic look for him. That's an iconic look for him. I need to like find a picture of it and insert it. Joey Wheeler dog suit. I'm actually, do you know what I'm going to do? There's like too many images to choose from, so I'm just going to like screenshot screenshot like multiples of them. It's yeah. Oh my god, Conan, the picture you stole my bit. You stole my the picture you put in Discord just now. I just saw that there, and I was like, oh, I bet this is what you're talking about. Oh my god! But you stole my bit. Oh my god. Okay, let me see. There's no way of me doing this without it like covering up the entire screen. Not the... But I feel that I need to like insert that other one now as well since I saw it. But wasn't it in like one of the earlier episodes, wasn't he Flame Warrior as well? Yeah, but there he's not half naked, he just has a giant sword. Yep, Final Fantasy V Berserker. Still not as sexy as Bart's in the sheep costume, but... Oh my god. Wait, but wasn't there... Like, wait a second, am I wrong? Or am I, like, misremembering? Wasn't there also, like... wasn't... No, he's not barehanded. He's two-handing that club of his. He's saying he's two-handed. Oh my god. Oh. The sorry, I know I can't stop laughing. Am I misremembering, or was there not an episode as well where like Joey Wheeler's like consciousness was like in a monkey robot or like a dog or something like that? Am I wrong? I have a feeling like that was also a thing. It was the other guy who got put into the monkey robot. Tristan? Oh, that makes sense. Also, wasn't Tristan like cyborg something or whatever? In that like digital duel? Cyber Commander! Time to add another image. There we go. Just to keep the other side of the fence happy as well. Obscure. Yeah, this is just like obscure. He fell at what? He had his soul put into the monk because he fell into a pit. What? I don't remember that at all. I remember the monkey element, but I don't remember that he like fell into a pit of lava and just stole. Yeah, you can have the cub foo. Yeah, we can trade for the cub foo. The all I remember about Joey Wheeler's sister is like that ridiculous backstory of like, oh well, one day we decided to just leave home on the bus and go to the beach, like, and just stay there for the day. It was ridiculous. I think if I was given the choice, I think I'd go for Joey as well. I hate to admit it. But wait a second though. There's always a third option. There's always a third option. There's always option number 3. I'm gonna persecute you for it all over again because there's always option number 3. Don't you forget. Yes! Fury's got it. There we go. Oh my god, I just covered him up. There's always option number 3. I'm bringing sexy back. Those other boys, they don't know how to act. Wait a second, what's our mission now? I wasn't even paying attention. What are we supposed to do? Choose Bulbasaur or Squirtle? Squirtle. Squirtle became your Pokemon. What are we nicknaming the Squirtle that we'll never use? Any ideas? Yeah, they're like choose. The other one gets thrown into a volcano and their consciousness gets put into a robot monkey. Joey Wheeler? Does Joey not fit in? Joey space? I'm an American who lives in Japan. Send to the box. Get into your dog suit. Get into the box. I also, when I was rewatching like Yu-Gi-Oh, but subtitles instead of like the awesome English dub that we all know and love from our childhood, I'd completely forgotten how many like scenes there are of like Kaiba being shot at with guns by like Pegasus's henchmen, and also himself having a gun. Like, I forgot how many like scenes there were like that. The English dub is insane. There's something about like 4Kids English dubs that is just that is magical. Like, again, like I think it's very easy to criticize, but as I say, like a lot of us wouldn't be interested in anime if it hadn't been for those kind of things. If it hadn't been like for the 4Kids Yu-Gi-Oh, or the 4Kids the 4Kids Pokemon, or 4Kids One Piece, or the Nelvana card captors. The secrets of the Claw. were all a mystery. Until that magic book was opened, the power was set free. Card captors, a mystic adventure. Card captors, a quest for all time. Each card possesses a power of its own. We've got to find them to bring the power home. What an absolute tune, I swear. Card Captors, the Mystic Adventure. It's amazing, it's so good. Also, like, you have to love, it's time to duel. Just so good. Is it? It's on Netflix in the US. I loved the dub of Card Captors. Yeah, like I'm so like in one way I'm kind of like, in one way I'm jealous that you had that because you got Catch You Catch Me. My name's Sakura and I'm a girl like and da na na na. I found a magic book. Da na 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 na. I know it's true. It's me and Lee. We're gonna fight for you. We'll catch the cards, catch them now. Na na na. Hold me now, please. Watch me go. Come on, catch me, catch you, catch me, card captors. Digga 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 digga. It's just so good. It's like that other one, the French one, Cat's Eyes. Cat's Eyes. Senior Cat's Eyes. It's like so good. Like, what an amazing song. I feel like I wouldn't be who I am without Card Captor Sakura either. Like, that was just such a major part of my 9-year-old self. Was Card Captor Sakura. Or Card Captors, as we called it. Come on, catch you, card captors. Never be afraid of what's in the cards. Come on, catch you, card captor. Open the door, can't be afraid of the cards. Be card captors. Tomoyo's mom is my inspiration. Sorry, but she's like a power bitch. You like, you like, she's like, Tomoyo's mom is like, just cracks skulls. Like, you have to love her. Look, here are all the other cows we could have on our team if we didn't pick Meredith. Yeah, just her, like, she has an entire team. Like, she has an entire team of bodyguards that just, like, follow her around everywhere, doing everything. She has access to a limitless stash of cash that she can use to do whatever she wants. She's crazy. You're terrible, Muriel. Was she Tomoyo in the English dub as well? I feel like she wasn't. I feel like... Wait a second. Was she? Was she Tomoyo in the English dub? Madison! Madison! That was her name, Madison! Also, I totally crushed on Sakura's brother when I was in my youth. What wasn't he Toya? But isn't that his name anyway? Toya of the 500 part-time jobs. I feel like I love every character in that in Cardcaptor Sakura. Like, if I think of all of the characters, I think it's like one of the few like pieces of media where I just like love all of the characters. Like, you have to like Sakura, you have to like Lee, you have to like Meilin, you have to like you have to like Tomoyo, you have to like her brother. Like, you have to love all of them. You have to like her dad as well. You even like him. You like Tomoyo's mom. You like her teacher who works at the who also like works at the local monastery or whatever. Like, I think like everybody. Her classmates, yeah, her classmates are like, the thing is like there aren't any there like, what I like about Cardcaptor Sakura is that like it doesn't like fall into this trap of there having to be like abrasive or bitchy characters. Like, there aren't really any characters in Cardcaptor Sakura that are assholes or that are like mean or that are like, so that kind of way. There are like rivalries, or there are characters who are like a little bit like more like challenging or whatever. You don't like the pedophile teacher? Yeah, well, that makes sense. Yeah, but like, there aren't like there's no kind of like characters that are assholes to each other, you know, just, and I kind of like that. Because usually in any other piece of media where it's set in a school, you know, where it's in like a school environment with kids, there always has to be that character who's just a bitch, you know, and they don't really do that. You know, of course, like, you know, there are characters where they need to kind of get to know each other a little bit or whatever, but usually they just all become friends and they spend their time having, like, I'm so jealous of their lives. Like, they have such cute lives where they're like, oh, look, I like you, you're my friend, so I got you this present and I wrapped it up real nice, and oh, we're going to go on a picnic, and oh, I'm going to invite you over to my house and I made lunch. They just all have this really, like, pleasant lifestyle that makes me so fucking jealous. I swear. Was there just a Torkoal over there? I guess not. Am I the only one who saw a Torkoal in the background just like walking around? And then it just disappeared? When I turned around, it was gone? Creepypasta style? Thank you, I appreciate it. They just have like this really nice lifestyle. I'd totally go over there and eat lunch if it wasn't like on the other side of the, like, a quarter of the way around the globe. Yeah, if you're ever here, you stop by for lunch. I'd be in. Oh my god! It looks like that guy in the background is just Duke Devlin with. Oh my god! Oh my god! Like, that just looks funny. Do you know what that is? That's like when you have like two Grindr profile pictures, one above the other, and one of them's a head and the other one's a torso with no head, and it just looks like it's one person. One person. Oh my god. Everyone's going for lunch. It's not just that, but like, it's not just like that they go and have lunch. They have to be cute about it as well, because you have like Sakura being like all insecure, being like, oh well, I made this, I hope I did a good job, and then they're like, oh, it's really delicious, and then they're like, oh well, that's so nice of you to say that. Like, they just have like this really nice life. I'm so fucking jealous of them. Also, yeah, like I think that's like one of the things that I really love about Cardcaptor Sakura is because like I totally resonate with the kind of with the social awkwardness that she just exudes. Like this kind of like social awkwardness is such like a big element of like the relationships in that in that manga and that anime. It's so important. Yeah, I wish I had all of that. I wish I had a best friend whose mom was like so pissed off that my mother got married that she carried it around with her for the rest of her life, all embittered like. But became like the editor of Vogue magazine or some shit. Like, because like, also, I love how like the like in the Japanese like original Kero has like a Kansai accent, and in the English dub the only way that makes sense to do that obviously is for him to sound like one of the Sopranos or something. It's just funny. Actually, do you know what I just remembered? Just since we were talking about things like that, like things like Shaolin Showdown and stuff, which would have been a bit later. Like I'm thinking like 2003, 2004, or whatever. Sonic X, like everyone needs to remember Sonic X right now. What an amazing program! Do you know what the most annoying thing about Sonic X is though? Like over here, we didn't get like "Gotta Go Fast" as the theme tune, as like the opener, right? We got this weird song, right? This fucking song that we got like for the, it is like the worst like intro of all time. Like the uh the the like the intro song for Sonic X that we got over here is like Sonic X, Sonic X, Sonic X, Sonic X, Sonic X, Sonic X. It's so bad. It's actually just so bad. Like, why the hell do we get that shit and we don't get go, 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 gotta go fast, gotta go fast, gotta go faster, 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 faster. Moving at the speed of sound. Quickest hedgehog around. Got ourselves a situation. Stuck in a new location without any explanation. It's like, I think we got that as like the ending title theme. So for some reason, like the opening title theme was like that. Didn't we just watch them do this? I feel like this is like the third time we're watching them eat the fucking soup. Kirby Right Back At You was at the same time. We'd like the King Dedede who talks like this. I need a monster to cover that there Kirby. It's Kirby the one who's been eating all our food. What the fuck? You know, it's just ridiculous. Do you know what the weirdest thing about like Kirby Right Back At You is like why are like I don't know what the fuck it is, but like randomly different parts of it are like drawn animation. Oh, I need to wait until Girth Brooks has assumed maximum girth before I can give him the max soup. At least we're ready for when that happens. Like for some reason in like Kirby Right Back At You, like some parts of it are like 2D animation, and then like just randomly you'll have King Dedede is in this weird like 3D animation on the screen. Like and he's like the only one. Like he's the only 3D character that just appears on the screen randomly compared to the other ones. I don't get it. It's so weird. It's so bizarre, so bizarre, so bizarre. Every time I look around, it's in my face. Yeah, that's it. He's so powerful, he becomes 3D in a two-dimensional world. How can I help you, King Dedede? I need a monster to clobber that there Kirby. Also, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. In French, right? I've learned this. In French, in the French versions of Kirby, King DDD isn't called King DDD. He's called King Daddy Doo. What? What the hell is this guy talking about? You can be a Pokemon if you believe hard enough. He's gonna become like Bill. Go away. I do not want to dress up specially for you. Goodbye, horses. King Daddy Doo. So in Super Smash Brothers, when you select him, it goes like King Daddy Doo. Isn't this like the grandfather who's childhood sweetheart is a dead ghost back in Hammercock or whatever? Yeah, King Daddy Doo. But it's spelled like King Dadidou. King Daddy Doo. There was something else like that that's really funny in, yeah. What? I didn't want to have a battle with you. There's something else like that that's funny in like the French translation of it as well, but I can't remember what it is. It was something that I saw. Well, I wonder how this battle is gonna go. I know, yeah. Well, yeah. I still haven't turned on the battle. Let's just do this. I still haven't turned on the battle animations. Can someone please remind me to do that? Ooh, Eviolite. The battle animations. I actually almost forgot about it again. Thank you. I thank you both, like all of you. I swear, if you hadn't said that, I totally would have like forgotten to do it all over again. I was actually listening to. It was funny. I was like listening to like these Sonic Forces videos that I had done back in like the LP or whatever, and there was this one. Like, I experienced how frustrating it can be to listen to my commentary, right? Because this one video I was talking about Project Rainbow, right? Which is where, like, back in the day, Amanda and Sean and Andrew and I all did, like, one separate story of Sonic Heroes. And, all did, like, one separate story of Sonic Heroes. And I was trying to talk about this, but I kept obviously getting distracted by the high-paced gameplay in Sonic Forces. I swear, 5 times, 6 times, that's not even an exaggeration, like, at least, you hear me say, so what it was Amanda and Sean and Andrew and I, and then, like, would start saying something else, and 5 seconds later, yeah, so, just to get back to that, Amanda and Sean and Andrew and I, then like, 5 seconds later, yeah, so, hang on a second. So what happened was Amanda and Sean and Andrew and I, and then like I did like it at about 10 times. It was ridiculous. Also, here's our queen, Marnie. We love her. We love her league card. She gave us her number, but her heart belongs to Raihan. It's a sad story. Amanda and Sean and Andrew and I, it was pissing me off listening to it. I was like, fuck's sake. Get on with it. Thank you for the love ball guy. He's like so in shape as well. Here's our #1 fan. Everyone loves ball guy. It's like everyone loves Raymond. Are we ready for this? Can you handle this? I don't think you can handle this. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Wait a second, am I like imagining things, or are they making another Charlie's Angels film with like Cameron Diaz in it and Lucy Liu? Like, are they like, I feel like that's a thing that's happening. Yeah, I always manage to come back. Like, no matter what it is, I always come back to it. Is that a thing, or am I just like imagining things? Is that something I only imagine in my wildest dreams? Or maybe I got mixed up because apparently there's one that was made in 2019, but that doesn't have that cast in it at all. But I don't know where I got that into my head that they're making like another one. Maybe it's like I just completely imagined it. You know, the amazing Charlie's Angels film with Cameron Diaz, Lucy Liu, and Drew Barrymore in it? We're really stuck in the early 2000s today, aren't we? That's all we can talk about. Whoa, look at this thing. It looks like Woody Allen. That's the best you've got? Question. Tell me what you think about this. Both. Speaking of people that marry their cousins. What was that we were saying the other day? Were you saying that like that the Beast didn't know that woman was his cousin or something, Conan? I thought he did. I thought he did know that was his cousin. What's that? And they had a baby? I think you said that the other day as well. He didn't know they were cousins when they got married. Really? I thought they did. Oh well, no, that improves my opinion of him now. Even though my opinion of him is not quite low, but like the what I remember is he was on this program, right? This like celebrity weight loss program because the man is enormous. He actually has the same body as the Kingpin. Like, I wonder if he's like 300, and he's not 350 pounds of muscle. He like has the same body type as the Kingpin. This guy is gonna fucking kill me. There's a fucking little hemorrhoid. Speaking of I think we need to send out the Kingpin. So he was on this like celebrity weight loss program, right? And when they were introducing each of the participants, they show him inside in the studio. And you know those like sharing bags of Maltesers, the ones that you get at like the cinema and stuff like that, right? He just opened it and he drank it like in one go. I swear to God. He like just opened it up. Also heavy slam because of my weight, whatever. he opened it up and he just like drank the bag of the sharing bag of Maltesers, if you can believe it. It was one of the most insane things I'd ever seen. But there's an Irish guy who's one of the chasers now because he won it. Like, he was on a winning team before, but now he's actually one of the official chasers. Dennis the Menace Ennis or whatever, yeah, that's it. I love how like this has become their personality. Like, I love how like the chasers have like how do they walk? How do they go out in public and not be like? If you know what I mean, like I feel like they're the kind of people where now their television persona is after becoming their real life or something, you know. Tell me what you think about this. What the fuck was the previous trainer's name? Annette. Or was it? Okay, cool. Lucky guess. The reason I've seen so much of the chase is because when I go to my grandfather's house, get this, right? My grandfather does this fucking crazy thing where he'll watch one game show on one channel and at the same time he'll record another one on another channel, and then he'll just like watch like 2 or 3 hours of game shows randomly between ones he recorded and ones he watched live. So when you go over there, you watch things like, all you see is things like Pointless, Golden Balls, The Chase. What's the one with the thing? Oh my god, what's the one with the what's the one that like is like, do you know those things you find like next to the like those things that you find in like amusement parks or whatever, that like where this thing like constantly is like pushing coins or something like that. What is this thing? Sashay away. I do not want to see you ever again. Tipping Point! That's a Tipping Point. That's the other one I get to see when I go over there. Tipping Point. And then like whatever other like vintage game shows are showing on Challenge TV. Like Supermarket Sweep. I love Supermarket Sweep though, I have to admit. What a concept, Supermarket Sweep. Like, it's just beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. What? What did he just do? Can Garth Brooks get us out of this scrape? Apparently not. Yeah, they have in Cardcaptor Sakura. They have such a nice life. She just watches like Tipping Point. Is Tipping Point something in America as well? I'm conscious that a lot of these like game show formats you see like a lot of these game show formats are international, you know. I have to say I'm a big fan of watching Countdown. Countdown is just so, it's relaxing. It's like such relaxing television. Oh, I thought her name was Morgrim. I was like, what? What kind of a name is that? Morgrim? It's like, what was Alf Stewart's, like, sister's name again in Home and Away? What was it? Alf Stewart's sister's name again. Alf? It was something with an M as well. What was it? Wait a second, did we just, like, not do any damage whatsoever? Oh, because of this shit. What? It was something with an M. I feel like it was something Scottish as well, like, vaguely, like... Not Moira. It was, like, definitely something else. I'm gonna get Anakitten in here and do the... Morag! 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 Morag, that's the one. Oh my god, don't kill me. Ha! Now that's what we turn on the animations for. I know, there's probably smoke coming out of your ears. Two can play at that game. You show me the graining kiss, I show you the leech life. You kiss me on the lips, I bite you on the neck. Morag had fucking attitude, like... Also, she looked like the baddie in The Rescuers, Bernard and Bianca. She had like this orange hair, which was like the most orange hair that ever oranged in its life. I couldn't even begin to tell you why, like, Home and Away is such, like, an iconic show here in Ireland. Like, Home and Away is massive here. Or at least it was. Like, and among, like, all age groups. Like, I remember when I was in college, we used to watch Home and Away. Like, it's crazy. Like, I have no idea why, for some reason, Home and Away is so popular here. I think, like, everyone knows that's another iconic theme tune, like The Bill. You know we belong together, you and I forever and ever, until the end of time. I'm yours and you are mine. From the very first moment I saw you, I never felt such emotion. I'm walking on air, just to know you are there. Hold me in your arms, don't let me go. I want to stay forever, closer each day, home and away. We already know Heavy Slam, why would we learn Slam? Wham bam, thank you ma'am. She didn't even ask us a question that time, did she? She didn't even ask us a quiz question. Well, I guess we passed Bowser's evil test. Well, Sonia got all the answers right. Okay, interesting. What do you mean? Can I not leave? Yeah, but I want to go and heal up my Pokemon, asshole. Let me out. No. I want to leave. I can't leave. They won't let me out. These twisted old people have me locked in their house of horrors. Yes, my parents were big Taggart watchers. I was also a Taggart watcher for a time. I stopped watching Taggart when, get this, Taggart was no longer in Taggart, but it was still called Taggart. Like, how bizarre is that? Can I please just, like, leave this? They will not let me leave. No, I want to leave this theater of evil. They're gonna make me use all of my healing items here. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else we had. We had Home and Away. We did have Taggart. What else did we have? We had pretty much everything. Like in Ireland, you had pretty much everything that was on television on like BBC or ITV. We pretty much had everything like that was made there over here as well. To be perfectly honest. Okay, so what are we doing? I feel like we should level everything up to at least like level 35 here might be a good idea. What do you think, crew? Well, at least let's get this crap out of the way. That's more like it. Oh my god! Our pig is evolving. It's going to gain weight. Oh, it's so adorable. Look at it. Super Nanny evolved into Pilo Swine. There was this episode of Super Nanny I was watching. Right, so there's a couple of questions I have about the households that are in Super Nanny. Ooh, Ice Fang. That's nice. There's a couple of questions I have about the households that are in Super Nanny, right? And, like, one of them is, why the fuck are the kids able to open the front door so much? I do not understand this. Like, there have been so many episodes I've watched where the kids just, like, walk outside the door all of their own accord. Like, they just walk outside, and then she's like, it's dangerous out there. Those kids can't just, like, walk outside on their own. And I'm like, yes, of course they can't. But why are they even physically able to? The 3-year-old child just goes up and opens the front door and goes out. Why are they not either keeping the door locked? I just don't get it. It's crazy to me. I just do not get it. What kind of way are we going with this one? I think Ixion has not had any screen time in this gym so far. So yeah, I just have like, I find that crazy. Yes, I have no choice. You're not going to let me leave this theater until I do. Opal is keeping me with all her other little boys locked up in her theater here. That's probably what happened to Bede. She's like that one bad guy in Teen Titans. The last part of the mission is me. Let's just let that one soak in. There's this other episode of Super Nanny I was watching where the mom was like, well, our little 3-year-old, he's a real handful, and they show a clip of the child walking around with a power drill, like just like a 3 or 4-year-old with a power drill. Oh, here's the loud music again. Ooh, look at this. Please don't have levitate. It has levitate. But we can heavy slam this thing. Come on, Ixion, you can do it. That's not bad. Tell me what you think about this. Do you know my nickname? The Wizard. What kind of a nickname would the Magic User be, I swear? Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. I feel like Duke Devlin is taking up just a little bit too much of the screen. Joey Wheeler is like is this small little pipsqueak down there, and then Duke Devlin is just giant. Mawile. Yeah, we'll just like we'll just hide. We'll use the whole horsepower. Don't you intimidate me. I'll show you my whole horsepower. You think that's gonna save you now? Well, no, this is actually good because she'll probably waste whatever hyper potion she has on this thing. Oh no, apparently she won't. She's smarter than that. She's been through a few scrapes in her time. Oh, Togekiss, my love. My love. Is this where we bring out Kingpin? Or maybe Super Nanny. Let's give Super Nanny some, in her new form. She's more super and curvy than ever. How do we learn Ancient Power with this thing, by the way? I need to find that out. Purple. This is the trick question, because you think that she's so fucking obsessed with pink that actually purple is her favorite, believe it or not. I flinched? How dare you? Well, look, I can be faster than you. That behavior is unacceptable. I'm gonna go for Ice Fang. This bitch probably has super luck as well. Or not super luck, what's the one, that makes, like, secondary effects more like... Take that, bitch. I love how it's just, like, statically motionless, like... motionless in the air because it's frozen. Like, it doesn't even move. Nice one, Super Nanny. Oh, Alchemy, it's the cake. We know what we're doing here. Allow me to show you what 350 pounds of muscle is capable of. It's just Mr. Burns, I swear. That's all it is. Love this gym music. It's just so good. How old am I? 88? What? Bitch. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I'm prepared. But I feel like I'm gonna have more fun than you will. Yeah, Cruising USA. Alchemy, you so fucking loud. You think that's big? I believe small sums it up. I was lonely, ostracized, because of my weight. Now this is weight. Look how big we are. I'm so fucking scared of this. Get a load of this. I still can't believe that I even acquired a new name, Dynamax, but I quickly became known as Fat. I can't believe I got the question right and she fucking lowered my attack and special attack, the bitch. I don't respect it. How's that for a critical hit? I could watch that thing explode all day. Oh, is Gert Brooks going to evolve? Uproar? I don't give a shit. Is Gert Brooks going to evolve now? Is he? I wonder. At like level 36? That's standard for... Yes! Here we go! Are you ready for the girth? You remind me of the girth. What girth? The girth with the power. What power? The power of voodoo. Who do you do? What remind me of the girth? We've attained maximum girth. Oh, wait till you see Gigantamax girth, bro. Gigantamax girth, Brooks. He wants to learn the girth. Brooks wants to learn how to beat. What even is this move? Lowers the target. Yeah, I'll learn that. We're past poking. We're on to beating. There's something about his like idle motion that like makes me uncomfortable, coupled with like that sinister expression on his face. Like that, like there's something like he's moving too fast or something. And, like, he has this, like, strangely sinister facial expression. It's Beater Barker. Beater Barker is going to be her new apprentice. Five badges? Can you believe it? We have 5 badges already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5! Draining Kiss? Oh, that might be handy. Except again, I think like all of my Pokemon are like physical attackers. Like every single one. Like I think even Trunchbull is a physical attacker. Oh, Sirchester. Wait a second. Do we also... Now we can use the... Now we can go back and do the soup, can't we? We totally can. Okay, let's do that. Oh, first we have to have some inane conversation with... Oh, it's her. Yeah, I guess. We have an escort mission all of a sudden. Raihan likes it dirty. So wait a second. Now we fly back to the Isle of Armor. We're doing so much like random crap. Oh yeah, that's true. That was a bitchy move, I swear. Aha! Girth Brooks. So I guess it's like time to change up our team. We've been like showing the... Well, I want to keep Super Nanny. But I feel like we need to get like the Trunchbull back in here. We've seen like so much of Boomer the dog. And we need to get like Myrtle back in here as well. Maybe instead of Anna Kitten. Meredith we saw for quite a bit. Rat Bastard we need to get back in as well. I can't like with a clear conscience put like the Kingpin back in the box. I just can't. Hang on a sec. So wait a second, are we doing... Yeah, we'll go with this. And I'll like level them up as well. That was a stroke of genius on my part, I must say, like getting no, not all 9 of them. Using Rest. Pff, I'm never gonna use that. Snore. Pff, I'm never gonna use that. That was a stroke of genius on my part, I must say, using the, like, using Big Cock to win all of those max raid battles. Okay. Can somebody get some intel for me on when Super Nanny will learn Ancient Power so that she can assume her final form? So she can become, like, so she can assume, like, her final boss form. So she can, like, DNA Digivolve or whatever. Where am I going? Oh yeah, I'm going back here. Hammerlock. Oh, now we go through this, like, really forgettable desert area. That's it. Now I remember. Oh, there's Bede again. Do we fight him all over again? I didn't think so. Of course! Yes, do we get to fight Bede again? Oh no, this is where he gets abducted. We witness it and we don't even do a thing to stop it. Her grip, it's so strong. What's wrong, Bede? Am I squeezing too tightly? I forgot how delicate you are. My god. Stop touching his clothes, ma'am. This is too close for comfort. Move relearner for Ancient Power. We can go check. You were used by Oleana. It's more likely he was used by fucking Chairman Rose, to be honest, that fucking freak. He already tried to groom us in that fancy restaurant. Bede just has like the sassy hair flip down. The only thing he needs is like a ooh, 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 laugh, and then he'll be like the perfect anime bitch. Remember a move. Come on, Super Nanny. Remember your next technique. Bede and Opal are really struggling with this household. So I'm going to show them my ancient power technique. So let's have a look here. Maybe actually oh no, actually I don't think so. I thought that I still had Anakitten in my party. Maybe there's something that can learn one of these things now. Draining Kiss. Ooh, that might be nice for the Trunchbull, actually. Gert Brooks can learn Focus Blast. Superpower. Superpower for Super Nanny. Darkest Lariat should be cool on Girth Brooks as well. Could you imagine? Then Girth Brooks and Anakitten would be like the brothers of destruction, doing like these wrestling maneuvers. Can you picture that? Trunchbull with a flamethrower. Imagine that, yeah, I swear, that house where the kid was walking around with a power drill, I think she would need to use ancient power. Could you imagine? She's quite old. Well, she's not old. But she's like, surely she's something like 50 or something now. She has ancient power all of her own. Oh, it's Sonya. The amazing city pop music all over again. Kaboom! Sploosh! Kaboom! Kaboom! Sploosh! 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 I really don't care about, like, the story of this game. Like, it's... it's just so, like, I feel like this game would have been so much better. Again, I've said this, I think, 100 times. Like, I feel like this game would have been even better than it is if they had just, like, been courageous enough to leave the story out of it and just have it be a championship story. Because, like, the coolest part of this game is you and your rivals going through the championship. That's it, yeah. It's Avalanche. I wonder where they're, like, secreting off to. I know Leon. But when you're in a city like Hammerlock, you have to sample the local specialities, like Raihan. What a raw deal. Sonya gets Leon, we're left with Hop. Okay, we battle him now, I guess. Alright, Super Nanny, you're up. Hop's behavior is really out of line. He's ruling the roost. I swear, like, again, like, shows like Super Nanny I love because they're just kind of, like, formulaic. Oh my god, I forgot to talk about, like, I forgot to talk about, like, the man with a penis on his arm. I saw it! On the documentary, they actually show the penis, like, on his arm, growing out of his arm. If you believe it. They actually show the penis growing out of his arm. That's it. He shouldn't be allowed to open the front door. Mum has her hands full with Leon, and she's not even paying attention. Hop's after wandering out the front door there. Anything could happen to him. Alright, I need to get back there and bring some order to this house. It's not, it's actually like right on his forearm, like on the top of his forearm. Just like above the wrist or whatever. Like, wait till you hear the actual story. The actual story behind it is that, like, this guy, right? Are you ready? So you might want to pause for about a minute if you're not, like, if you're, like, squeamish about what I'm going to tell you, right? But, this guy, this guy was a drug addict, basically. That's how we'll start this. This guy was a drug addict, I guess. And at one point, he got, like, an abscess, like a swollen abscess, basically on his, like, on his gooch, like, on the area of skin between, like, between, like, the asshole and the scrotum, right? Or other, scientifically known as the gooch, right? So he got, like, a swollen abscess, like, infected abscess there, and he went to the hospital and he got it removed, right? And it was all good. But then it came back later, and naturally, just like any of us would do, this guy, he decided that instead of going to the hospital, he would remove this abscess himself. So the guy removed the swollen, infected abscess from his own gooch, right? I keep saying the word gooch. From his own gooch, right? And because he's not a surgeon, he's actually a drug addict, it all went a little bit wrong, and he ended up getting, scientifically known as the perineum, that's the right word, right? He ended up, let's show off Garth Brooks, actually. He ended up with blood poisoning. So he ended up getting blood poisoning, right? Did he go to the hospital? No. He started talking about, like, how his toes started turning black, his fingers started turning black or whatever. And his cock as well, like, his penis also did. And then, out of nowhere, he says, and one day, I was just going to the toilet, and it fell off. I was like, what? So this is like the origin story, right? So he was going to the bathroom, and his infected, gangrenous penis just fell off his body. Right? If you can believe that, that's what happened. So then, right, he decided to go to hospital, right? A little too little too late. Too little too late, if you ask me. And they sorted him out, right? But obviously he was left with no penis. He has no penis. He just has a urethra that opens up onto his onto the outside world. That's not the right way to say that. Onto the outside world. So there's a way, right? There's a surgery or like a medical procedure called a phalloplasty, right? Which I've learned now, where what they do is they take skin from the forearm and they use it to like create like something that has the image or like the appearance of an adult penis, right? Also, Snorlax is so small in this game; it's so sad. And then eventually, once that's done, the idea is that this gets taken off of your arm and attached over your urethra, so that your urethra then is like connected to this thing that looks like a penis. So then you have, for all intents and purposes, even though it's not an actual penis, it's just like a fleshy, like skin tube that appears like one, right? But it's better than nothing at the end of the day. But for some reason, right, this guy has had this guy that has been waiting for like 6 years for this second part of the operation to take place, right? So this guy has pretty much like had this like penis, this penis attached to his arm, attached to his forearm, has had this like penis attached to his arm for 6 years now, right? So he's been living his life with this thing attached to his arm for like 6 years, and it's like kind of like having an impact on his on his ability to live. Pretty Super Nanny burrowed under the ground, right? And then at one point he told this story, so he has it like under a bandage to keep it from swinging about, right? So he has it under a bandage to keep it from swinging about, but then he started telling this story about how he was in the supermarket, and this old lady asked him to get something off of a shelf for her, and it fell out of the bandage and like swung down and brushed off the top of her hair. It was just funny. It was just a funny image in my mind. So yeah, I did that. Anyway, that's the story. It's actually a good documentary because it's about him and his story, right? But there's also like two other people whose like phalloplasty story they are following as well. Like there's one person on the program who was born intersex, but they do want to have they see themselves as male and want to have like full male genitalia, right? And it's showing their story, and they've had kind of like some manner of complications as well, which have caused them quite with the second part of the surgery, which have caused them difficulty too. What the fuck? You killed Rat Bastard? How dare you? So yeah, so like I kind of want to watch like the second half of it because it was a good program. It was a good documentary. Anyway, you know what I'm conscious of as well is that, like I said right at the start, I was like, maybe skip a minute if you don't want to hear this, and then like I proceeded to speak for about 10 minutes about the topic. I don't know, the guy who had the blood poisoning, I'm not sure. I actually don't know. They didn't actually show his genitalia. They only showed like the like what will be his replacement penis on his arm is all. Ooh, Super Nanny's evolving all over again. Her final form, all of that weight. There's so much weight in my party, I swear. It looks strong, and that's exactly what it is. Who wrote this Pokédex entry? It looks strong, and that's exactly what it is. We've got, yeah, that's what you have. You have Baby Nanny, In Training Nanny, Rookie Nanny, Champion Nanny, Ultra Nanny, Mega Nanny. Mega Nanny. I don't really care about double hit. Nothing's gonna fucking stop us now when we have this thing. The thing is though, all of our team are just all heavy hitters, so I feel like any battle that you can't win just by going in there and like bashing everything, we're going to have a tough time with. Super Nanny does not double hit. It just looks like the same. Like, I was actually shocked by how realistic, how like whoever did it did a good job, because it looked exactly like an actual penis, you know? It had it all. Like, it's amazing the stuff that we're able to do now medically to help people have the kind of life that they want to have now, you know? That's the thing, like, that's what I think is so amazing about it, because what, like, a traumatic experience to live through. That's okay, Conan, because we're actually going finishing up now, too, because I'm working tomorrow, so... But I might actually stream tomorrow again. I feel like going back to Crystal Chronicles, if you're around. I might even get, like, the Discord call stuff figured out, and you can hop on, and we can team up. If you're around tomorrow evening, we can see anyway. So I feel like getting back to Crystal Chronicles as well. But thank you for dropping by. I feel like we're just blazing through this game though. Like we already have like 5 badges. Cool. Well, look, I think that is it for today. We've made like so much progress. Like, look at this team. Sorry, let's kind of just take a look at this amazing team we have. And yes, I'm just realizing, yes, every single one of my, except Rat Bastard. I think Rat Bastard is the only special attacker I have in the entire team. Myrtle, like I think. Dragonite, when Myrtle evolves, Dragonite is viable as like a mixed attacker, like mixed physical special, but really is normally is normally more physically orientated from my memory. We have the Girth Brooks who has like a physical nature, who has like a special attack nature even though it's a physical Pokemon. It's ridiculous. Oh, well, I suppose Trunchbull actually has better special attack. Would you look at that? Okay, well, here I am. I think I just imagine it in my mind. Wigglytuff just beating on stuff. Oh, this is bad. Having the bad... Actually, do you know what? That's so bad that... That's so bad that that's what we're going to use that mint on. That's going to be our last act for today. We need to use that mint on Boomer the dog because I do not accept. Like, wait a second, what was his attack stat before? I don't accept that we have like an attack lowering nature. 81. Okay, so what if when we use that careful mint? I know it's not the greatest, but at least it like reduces the special attack instead of the physical attack when I don't care about that, you know? Okay, let's have a look. 81, 81, 81 was the number. 90. Yeah, see, that's a difference. That's a big difference. That's a big difference. Like, I know technically Arcanine can be like a mixed attacker as well normally, but like, I'm using him for the physical attacks. Like, look at this. Every single one of our moves is a physical attack, so having that attack reducing nature was just not viable. Anyway, I think that's just about it for Let's Stream Pokemon Shield, the Zodiac Age for today. Thanks a million to everybody for coming out. Thank you for the great discussions. I loved the chats. I loved all the topics today. And yeah, keep an eye out because I think maybe tomorrow evening I might do Crystal Chronicles, probably around the same time. But I'll see. No promises, alright? It's a Friday. I might be tired. So yeah. Thanks a million. See you next time. Bye now.